Good morning. Today we will discuss about water treatment. Water is highly essential for the existence of living beings. Once we cannot survive without water, water requires all the activities like domestic purpose, agricultural purpose, and industrial purpose. So the main sources of water is surface water, rainwater, underground water, and seawater. River water contains many minerals like chloride, sulfates, bicarbonates of sodium, magnesium, calcium, etc. And these are having suspended impurities like sand, rock, organic matter. The composition of the river water changes from river to river basing on the nature of the surroundings of the soil. Rainwater. Rainwater is the purest form of the natural water, but it is also become impurities while coming down. Underground water, it is free from organic impurities and it is clear. Appearance due to filtering action of the soil. Underground water, it contains large amount of dissolved salts. Seawater. Seawater is a very impure water. It contains a large amount of dissolved salts. So water is very essential for us, for our life surviving. And the main sources of water is river water, underground water, sea water, and rainwater. And the main impurities are suspended impurities, colloidal impurities, dissolved impurities, and microorganism impurities. Suspended impurities gives, they impart turbidity, color, and odor to the water. Generally, these are organic impurities or it may be inorganic impurities. And colloidal impurities are organic waste, clay, silica, and colloidal impurities are the colloidal impurities. Dissolved impurities is nothing but the carbohydrates, chlorides, bicarbonates, sulfates, and sulfates of calcium and magnesium. All are dissolved impurities. So some amount of gases also dissolved in the water like carbon dioxide, oxygen, and ammonia, etc. Microorganisms is nothing but presence of bacteria, fungi, algae. So the sources of water, main sources of water, the gases like carbon dioxide, oxygen picked from the atmosphere by the rainwater. The decomposition of plants and animals remains induced organic impurities in the water. The water take impurities like passing over the soils and rocks. Sewage and industrial waste make the water impure. Or what is the WHO parameters for the drinking water? So potable water is nothing but human consumption. The common specifications or standards for drinking water. It should be colorless. Generally, our drinking water should be colorless, odorless, and tasteless. But now we are using mineral water. It is little bit sweet taste. So general pure water, it should not be taste. Turbidity, it should be 10 ppm. And it should not contain poisonous like metals like arsenic, lead, chromium, etc. And the pH should be neutral. Neutral is nothing but the pH value should be 7 to 8.5. 8.5 is nothing but little bit basic in nature. The total hardness should be 500 ppm. And it should be free from the disease-causing microorganisms. Okay, potable water is nothing but drinking water. It should be free from the pathogenic bacteria is called as a potable water. The water supplied by the municipalities for the domestic purpose must be free from the exclusively dissolved salts, suspended impurities, and harmful pathogenic bacteria. The municipal water treatment mainly involves the two stages, removal of impurities and disinfection or sterilization. So this removal of impurities having two steps. This is the first step. From the source of water, we should screening, aeration, plain sedimentation, sedimentation by coagulation and filtration. This is the first step. After filtration, disinfection and sterilization, after sterilization only, the municipalities will supply water to our homes. Screening. Screening is nothing but the municipal water tanks. Water is passed through a screens made up of iron or steel. If the water contains impurities like leaves, stems, stones, all these are separated. Aeration is nothing but here we are supplying air. So due to the supply of air, exchange of gases takes place, increases the oxygen content in the water and removes the some impurities like iron, manganese by precipitating as a hydroxides. Plain sedimentation. Plain sedimentation is nothing but it is the process of removing big sized suspended colloidal particles from the water. The water is stored in huge tanks for several hours. 70% of the solid particles are settled at the bottom due to gravity. See here, in the plain sedimentation, best example, if we are taking a glass of mud water. So, this is a mud water, after some time the mud the mud is located at the bottom of the glass. This is called as plain sedimentation. Plain sedimentation means without adding any chemical substance. Next, sedimentation by coagulation. This process is removal of colloidal suspended impurities by adding chemical substance by coagulation. Coagulation is nothing but the impurities forms a precipitate. So by adding alum or ferrous sulfate or sodium aluminate precipitate, coagulation process is done. After coagulation, the filtration process is used to remove the colloidal or suspended impurities and some microorganisms. So here, if we are using two types of filters, pressure filters and gravity filters. Pressure filters applies by applying pressure, the impurities are removed. Gravity filters are filtered by force of gravity. And the second step, sterilization and disinfection. The process of killing pathogens or other microorganisms in the water is known as sterilization or disinfection. So this process is done by three ways: boiling method, aeration or UV treatment, ozonization and fluorination. Boiling method is nothing but here just we are boiling. It is not possible to use municipal water. This boiling process is used for small amount of water only. Next one is the sterilization and disinfection. Next one is the chlorination. Chlorine is a powerful disinfectant. It is used as a disinfect for the water. We pass in chlorine either in the form of bleaching powder or chloramines or plain chlorine. By adding bleaching powder, see here, this is the formula of the bleaching powder. If we add in bleaching powder, this bleaching powder react with the water, forms a calcium hydroxide and the chlorine gas is released. This chlorine gas is react with the water, forms a hydrochloric and hypochlorous acid. This hypochlorous acid kills the bacteria. It is acts as a disinfectant. So next, chloramines. Here chloramine chloramine is also disinfectant, and here we are taking chlorine and ammonia mixed with 2:1 ratio. Here chloramine is formed. So this chloramine is acts as a powerful disinfectant. And sterilization in disinfection, the last one is passage of liquid chlorine. Chlorine is powerful disinfectant than the chloramines and bleaching powder. If the excess of chlorine is present, it is very toxic and taste as a bad. The chlorine should contains less than 2 ppm. By passing chlorine gas, here also chloramine is also, here also hypochlorous acid is formed. This hypochlorous acid acts as a disinfectant. So the amount of chlorine is used to remove all the impurities is called as breakpoint chlorination. Thank you.